Brodes Media.
The Phillies haven't done a damn thing, and I have no idea what their purpose is. I have no idea what their plan is. They botched the Alec Bohm situation publicly on him getting traded. Oh, wait, no, we're not trading him. Ugly, ugly, ugly look, wrong look, and it seems like it's a non-polished approach by the entire organization, so that's disgusting, and we'll hear from Rob Thompson momentarily. Not even pursuing Juan Soto if John Middleton wants his damn trophy back, and if he's going to be getting multiple new investors, you'd think that there would be a correlation with that and spending a boatload of money. Now, 760 plus million, Steve Cohen outbidding everybody. Maybe you don't get him anyway, but just the fact that it didn't seem like there was any sense of urgency to attach yourself to such a superstar after the owner of the team screams from the mountaintops nonstop that he wants to do anything to win a championship, and you have to strike when the iron is hot. I won't forget about that. I won't forget about what he was saying to the Philadelphia Inquirer when Scott Lauber wrote a piece right around the trade deadline saying, you know, it's unacceptable to sit on your hands and you can't be going 8 and 18, and you know, you got to find ways to get consistency in your offense, and you have to strike when the iron is hot. And if you're watching the Mets get better, if you know the Braves are going to be healthier this year compared to where they were this past season, you have to be able to keep up the pace with a team like the Dodgers, who's snagging all sorts of talent everywhere, adding to their pitching staff. They may not have to go with bullpen games in the postseason next year. They pick up Blake Snell. You got their starting pitcher. I don't know if you know of him, Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, he's now going to be on the bump next season. You have to compete with those guys, and so far they got a bullpen piece. Woohoo! This is the same franchise that when last season ended in ugly, ugly fashion, Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson didn't show a pulse. Let's bring them all back. Kevin Long, hey, there's nothing wrong with our hitting. Let's keep him here. Hey, Kevin Long was supposed to be here because of his friendship and his willingness to work with a Juan Soto. No? I said the only way Kevin Long deserves to keep his job is if it actually brings Juan Soto to the red pinstripes. They didn't make a change whatsoever to a coaching staff after last year's failures, the year before's failures. They just keep failing. They keep failing. And they think that just running it back is going to be this difference. How? You miss out on Crochet. That was a clear target that they really wanted. Heavy talks with the White Sox. You know they were interested in previous times. Bohm was probably going to be the package with that, and that's why it was so loud and so noisy in the public eye, because it was trending in that direction, and you let the Red Sox sneak in and snag them. Now we're dealing with Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, a nice story in Christopher Sanchez. Taijuan Walker fucking sucks, and Ranger Suarez can't manage 200 innings. Until I actually see him do it, I'm not going to believe it. And I think Ranger Suarez is a dynamite player when he's on his A game, but I don't know if he can make it that long. I don't know if he can make it deep enough where his sensational starts is something significant for this team in the most important time of the year. I'm wondering if he should be a bullpen arm and be this unbelievable Swiss Army knife dominant guy that you limit his innings, you take him out of the rotation, and you ask him to be this phenomenal electric elite bullpen piece that can do all sorts of different things. 1 inning, close out a game, 2 innings, if you need to stretch it a little bit. Because I know if you're trying to squeeze real number 3 starter out of him, it's impossible. Now, Andrew Painter getting in the mix is going to be fun and exciting but they're going to limit his innings to some degree. So there's what we have. Bohm playing third, no Alex Bregman. The only way Bregman was a potential target is if Alec Bohm is gone. What do we got? Marsh staying? Fun stuff. Fun stuff. It's a joke. It really is. There's no way you could run out a very similar lineup and think that this team is going to be loved by this town after what they've witnessed. We've seen them come up short, and it seems like it's trending in the wrong direction, and other teams are starting to smell blood. They're starting to overstep you, override you. The Mets just got Juan Soto. I mean, they just paired Juan Soto with Francisco Lindor, and now he's going to be a pain in my ass for the next 15, 16 years. But hey, Scott Boras and Bryce Harper and the Phillies are working on an extension. Yeah, that came from Scott Boras' mouth during these winter meetings. So if there's some joy and some pride that you can take out of all this, it's we might have Bryce Harper until he's 53. I'm glad they really stayed true to what really matters down there when they're trying to accomplish making this team better. So where do they go? I'm worried that there is miscommunication and a lack of focus and not being on the same page, ownership and GM or president, I should say, with Rob Thompson. Rob Thompson and Dave are on different thinking modes than the owner. How are you going to win like that? How is that going to bring real success to this city and this baseball team? Dave and Rob putting their feet up in the office saying, we'll get them next year. We got unlucky. It's not unlucky when your offense crumbles the same time every year and the same way every year. It's fundamentally flawed. And unless you change that in some way, shape, or form, and you're not changing the approach because Kevin Long is still here, and you know what he stands for, and you're going to be running back a very Trey Turner defensively, who's going to cost his pitching a lot of extra pitches. And you saw how that destroyed the Yankees, right? Piss poor defense. It kills you in October. So here's Trey Turner, going to be our shortstop. You got Alec Bohm. I'm sure he's going to handle all of this trade rumors just very professionally. I'm sure he's just going to be a pro's pro about it. I'm sure he's going to be very mature about how this all played out. I mean, come on. I never know what to know from Nick. Your center field situation is still a platoon. Talk about no juice. Talk about no excitement. But what they're going to do is sell you that this is a division winner last year. Yeah, but I don't think the Braves are going to play out the same way. And now the Mets have an extra push. And there is a part of me that always feels the Mets are going to Met no matter what. But stealing Juan Soto from the Yankees, having an owner like Steve Cohen who isn't just buying Juan Soto and then saying we're okay now. It's I'm going to continue to add to this team because he's a Mets fan and his goal was to win a championship, and his actions are now describing his words and what he's been saying. While here, yeah, they've done some things over the years, but you still have to pursue. You still have to. It's just how it is. You can't ever punt. You can't ever think you're good enough, especially when you haven't won the trophy. You're clearly not good enough. And I guess the GM, the president, and Rob Thompson think it's okay to just continue to trot this out there and hope that you can get it done because the Dodgers for so many years have been so talented. Yeah, but you're forgetting that the Dodgers just continue to do. They just went out and paid $400 million. $700 million for Shohei Ohtani. They just went out and got Blake Snell. Yo, go look at who was the NLCS MVP. When you need to make an addition, you make an addition. when the Phillies need to make an addition, here's Austin Hayes. Sucks. Here's Tanner Banks. Who? Come on, man. Rob tried telling us that Austin Hayes is an everyday outfielder. Everyday outfielder. I don't even know if he's a platoon. Yet they're trying to drill it home that this kid deserves to play every single day out there. Hey, how about Kyle Tucker? That would be the one area that would make me jump up for joy if you can get some help there, okay? And go get Kyle Tucker. Don't imagine it happening, though. I feel it's going to be very minor. And the reason why I feel that way is because Dave Dombrowski was talking to Todd Zalecki not too long ago. This piece was from about 6 days ago, and it says, now, we're open-minded to things. I don't want to put too much emphasis on that because it's apparent that people have taken that and kind of run with it. But yeah, you're always open-minded, and so the reality is we're open-minded. We're talking to people. We have a good club. If we take the same club back that we had last year and we make a tweak here and a tweak there, I think we'll compete to win the division and be in a position where we'll be a definite postseason contender. A tweak here and a tweak there. Where are those tweaks? So I think it's straight up damage control at this point. We were shopping him big time. Oh, we're not now. Yeah, because it's apparent that you weren't able to move him, which makes me wonder, is there a reason why they didn't move him? And not saying because they love him and they want him to return and they want him in that clubhouse and they want to have to deal with asking veterans like Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper to put their arms around him nonstop whenever he's crying after mistakes are made or whenever he doesn't like what something's happening. You know, here comes the vets that have to coddle him and snuggle him and say, it's all going to be okay, little man. All that stuff. I think it's because maybe, just maybe, there wasn't as much intrigue around. Maybe there's truth to, yo, this kid is a baby. This kid is a child. Why would the Phillies give up on someone who plays third base, improved the way he did, right? Played third base the way that he has the last couple of years. I don't think it's nearly as tragic as it was originally. Like originally, I thought he would have to play first base at some point. Now, I think you can survive with him at third. It's not perfect, but I do think that he could play third base without it being the worst idea in the world. So, you have that. You have someone who can hit a lot of doubles, who can knock in a lot of runs, who can put the ball in play. There's a lot of intrigue to the skill set. But if he is as talented as his numbers indicate, then why would the Phillies really want to let him go? And that may be sounding the alarms for teams on the other side.